What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the TurkeyDen, and welcome to a really fun Let's Play that I'm excited about, the Iron Oath. They just released their newest update, the Friends and Foe update, and they updated this game beyond what I was expecting. They updated everything, the upgrade system, how you interact with things, the questing. No, maybe not the questing. I know it was on the list of the their roadmap, but this game has so much potential to be a very good tactics RPG, and I'm very excited to show y'all today. And for the rest of, I guess, until we're done playing this update, I guess. Let's dive right into it. Music's going to be very loud, so if I don't get caught at all, please leave a comment down below to let me know. Otherwise, please enjoy the content, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more content on the TurkeyDen. We are starting a new campaign because 'tis how you should do it. We're gonna call it Turkey Clan 3.1. Sure. Let's find a dope sigil. Oh, we doing the Berserk? Yeah. Let's see. I am a fan of making the... Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. I dig that. Starting point, new game, skip tutorial mission after prologue. We can kind of skip the tutorial mission because I already know how to play Ironman. Always play with Ironman because it just makes it a lot more fun. Battle-hardened adventure, warlord. Turn-based tactical RPG if you're looking for a challenge, blah, blah, blah. And then recommended for those who are new to Iron Oath. I am not new, so we're going to do it. We're going to go hard. We gon' do it! In an area all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Calum. However, an unknown cataclysmic event plunged the world into a dark age. Why is it always a dark age? History was lost to time, and so too were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emergence of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. Those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies, as soon as they slowly became abominations of flesh, and outcasts to society known as the Blighted. The story for this game is fucking cool. Like, it has a lot to it, and there's always like added things. Like some of this might be new, I think, to this patch because I don't remember it. I also haven't played since the game released. I've been slowly waiting, but you know. Despite centuries of efforts from the Vanguard Order and the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitable of the Scourge as part of life, enduring and in some cases thriving despite it. With whispers of the impending Scourge circulating, you and your company find yourselves in a burial crypt not far from the city of Andolian. A simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least that's what your employer had promised. Also, music. Banging. I'm just going to raise the volume a bit. Can I go into settings real quick just to... Okay, hang on. As the last light of day begins to fade, you spot your company's camp not far ahead. The flickering flames of bonfires dancing against the darkening skies above the horizon. You stroll into camp, the celebration of Vaughn's retirement already well underway. After many hours of swapping stories and sharing drinks, all eyes fall on Vaughn as he steps atop the near crate. With a drink in hand, raising his voice to pierce through the ruckus. Now, you all know I am not one for lengthy speeches. But I'd like to say that it's been an honor to fight alongside each and one of you over the years. I dare say that even I considered some of you among my friends. He grins, met by a chorus of laugh and cheers. I'm having a lot of trouble reading. It hasn't been an easy road, but I've been fortunate enough. It hasn't been easy. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck. It hasn't been an easy road, but I've been a fortunate man. Not everyone gets out of the mercenary life on their own terms. I hope you all one day get the same chance. He raises his cup in a toast. To you, my friends. There has never been a finer company. Hear, hear! The crowd responds with a burst of applause and cheers, enthusiastically raising their drinks and sending a shower of ale through the air. Your gaze is met with Vaughn as he points his cup towards you, and you nod your head in a friendly acknowledgement before turning about and striding off in your own tent. With the celebrations continuing in your absence, you brush aside the flap of your tent and settle inside. Disregarding your weaponry and tossing it near your bedroll, you turn to find Alaric in your presence, no doubt eager to discuss business. Hope everything is... Hope I am not disturbing you, sir. I was on my way to pay the horses a visit and prepare us for tomorrow's travel. He gestures to the pack slung around your shoulder and continuing the contraband and containing the contraband you recently retrieved. It's probably best if I stored those vials of in one of your carriages. You gently slide the pack off your shoulder and place it on his upturned hand. Well then, I'd best take care of this. He nods respectfully and turns, pushing aside the tent flap with an outstretched arm and briskly walking out into the night. And a blah blah blah, there's a whole bunch of celebration. I'm not going to read everything. I just wanted to give you a little bit of theatrics right at the beginning. Is it time then? Aye. He leans down and pats the side of his horse. Got my saddle loaded up. Figured I'd sneak out without making a big fuss. Just wanted to say thanks, boss, for everything. Any chance I can convince you to stay? If you'd have asked last week, maybe. But this last job cleared any doubts I had. I've survived this long, reckon I'd be a fool to press my luck any further. Fair enough, friend. We'll always have a place for you if you change your mind. You hear a shout and turn to see Uric stepping towards you, his young nephew in tow. Sorry to interrupt. All these dudes are going to sound the same. But Jedrick here, I wanted to see you off. Is that so? Finished your training. I know that. I'm going to miss you, though. Aye, and I you. I've half a mind to send him with you. Less danger on a farm, and gods know your old bones could use the help. Ha! There's a few good years in me yet, but you're both welcome to visit any time. He exhales deeply, stealing a glance towards the road. I'd best get going, then. Take care of yourselves, would you? He nods farewell, turning towards his horse and hoisting himself up onto the saddle. Clicking his heels, the horse trots off, and you watch him disappear into the dark of the night, illuminated by the moonlight above. You and Uric glance back at the sound of approaching footsteps to find Torin wedging himself between the two of you, his heavy hands firmly planted on each of your shoulders. There's a lot of characters for the first, 5 minutes. Company won't be the same without him, I'm afraid. Indeed it won't. As Yorick and Torin take their leave, you look around the camp, surveying the aftermath of the festivities. Aside from a few inebriated men and women who remained slumped by the fires, it seems that most have turned in for the night. With days of travel yet ahead of you, you think it wise to follow suit. You bolt upright from your sleep, awakened by the blaze of horns from somewhere in your camp. An alarm being raised and the sounds of frenzied battle all around you. You scramble out to your bedroll, taking up the nearby sword. Alaric bursts into your tent, an orange glow briefly visible behind him as the flap is flung aside. Sir, we're under attack! There was no warning. The horses, the carriages, everything's being taken. We need to regroup with the others. Have you seen Ulrich? Alaric wipes. These dudes all have the same name. Couldn't find him with his nephew, I hope. Let's move. Stay close. You emerge from your tent and head to the swivel as you attempt to survey the situation. The camp is almost entirely ablaze, the head and smoke stinging your eyes and obscuring your vision. You make your way ahead, and your feet suddenly catching on something as you fall forward and scramble to stay upright. Recovering, you steal a glance backwards at the obstruction. One of your companions, dead. An arrow flies by you, narrowly missing, but finding a target nonetheless. Alaric seems to scream out in pain, and behind you, legs collapsing under him as he falls hard to the ground. You turn back, reaching out a hand to pull him up. He waves you off. Leave me, I'll be no use in a fight. Go! You turn and continue onward, staying low and to the ground as you move, eyes scanning for your friendly faces through the smoke. Not 50 yards ahead of you, you spot 4 of your companions through the haze, huddled together with weapons drawn against the overwhelming numbers of assailants. Sucking air into your burning lungs, you urge your legs forward in a desperate attempt to reach them. A figure suddenly appears from the corner of your eye, and with a flash of pain, the world goes dark. If this isn't a moment to rip a bolt, I don't know what is. All right, now that's out of the way. Surrounded, Dago's head whips around, searching frantically for any possible escape as the raiders edge closer. Beyond the rings of the enemies, Torin and a few other familiar faces emerge from the darkness with bloodied weapons drawn, though they don't seem inclined to make any urgent use of them. What are you waiting for, Torin? Help us! The raiders eye Torin as he confidently steps among them, each seemingly unconcerned by his presence, perhaps even emboldened by it. Sorry, friends. We'll make this quick. Oh shit. Eri! Dago glares at Torin and the wild fury in his eyes, arms trembling as they level with his weapon towards him. You damn traitors. You have no honor. Torin scoffs. Honor achieves little in this world. I trust you lot can handle the rest. Spare no one. Fight to the death! So do I have the... I don't have the ability I want on this guy, so I need to... That was actually the ability I wanted to use. So, one of the cool things that they did, that we're not going to be able to see right now, is that they upgraded the party size from 4 to 5 in this. With 4 party members, it was a lot of, like, you know, it was hard, you know? But with the 5 party members, I think it's going to be a lot more viable. And also, they added some new features with, like, ranged enemies. Ranged enemies can pack a punch, but they can be countered with line of sight, or by engaging them in melee. So when they're in melee, they basically can't be attacked, and if you have cover, you end up taking less damage, depending on the amount of cover you have. Large obstacles completely block line of sight, and you can't get hit by them. Yeah, you can jump onto a ranged enemy, or you can stand in front of a ranged enemy's friendly and like kind of block the shot. which is cool. You're an enemy, right? Yeah. Oh, I should have did this. Alright, so I'm going to go to you. Supercharge my attack. Magic spell guy. Kick. Oh, excuse me. Power strike. Wait, what's this do? Damage and blinds the adjacent enemy for 1 round. That works for me. I'll take him out because the arrow guy isn't going to be able to hit nothing anyway. I took an opportunity of attack for absolutely no reason. So he just launches his bird? That makes sense. How are you on health? You are not doing great on health. Blind him again, I guess. So I can only hit 2 areas, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I just wanted to get rid of him. Just to take care of that. Missed attacks. Your attacks missed. The proper setup. Basic attacks have a risk of missing. Okay. Flanking. Yeah, flanking is a really cool feature that's in most tactics games. Stagger and stun. You can stun or stagger them instead. Stagger can be inflicted by using an ability that pushes or pulls the target. Okay. Okay, whatever. It's a basic attack, man. I ain't too hard pressed to lose with it. Stabby stab. I need you to go back up this hoe. Is that a trap? I ain't dealing with you no more. He exploded. Nice. Opening your eyes, you find yourself sprawled on the ground with a mouthful of dirt and throbbing ache in your head. Despite the ringing in your ears, you can hear the muffled voice calling out. A hand grips your shoulder and you jerk at the touch, clawing at the ground and scrambling onto your back. Easy now. You exhale with relief as the sight of Ulrich leaning over you. The early morning light shining upon his blood-spattered face and garments. He straightens up and grabs hold of your extended arm, gripping tight as he pulls you upright, regaining your senses. You look at the smoking remains of your camp. Anything not taken by the raiders has been taken by the fires. Not much left, is there? The bastards took everything. It was Torin, sir. He betrayed us. Torin, are you sure? Wasn't alone either. Damon, Enos, Naira, all fucking traitors. Where's Gedrick? Don't know for certain, but I feared he's dead. He sighs. I was with him when the attack started. But he ran into trouble. Told the boy to run, but don't remember much else, I'm afraid. Woke up to Alaric dragging me out of the under a pile of bodies. Alaric's alive? Aye. He's alive, managed to find a place to hide and patch himself up. I told him to stay off his feet. But he's out there, limping around, trying to salvage what he can. Thankfully, there's a few others too. Seems they managed to kill a whole group of the bastards. I'm afraid that's all, though. You turn to see Alaric emerging from the half-burnt tent, limping your way, being helped along by the others, survivors of your company. A relieved smile forms on all of their faces at the sight of you. Gods, we're glad to see you, sir. He glances at Uric. Have you shared the news? I did. Alaric fumbles inside his coat, pulling out a few slightly scorched papers. I found some correspondence in one of their tents. They had been planning this for months, it seems. Jennifer mutters under their breath. Yennefer? Traitorous bastards! Any idea who they were working with? I'm afraid not. Certainly more than just a ragtag group of thieves. They were too well armed and too well organized. Yorick scoffs with disgust, leaning over to spit on the ground. A group of cowards, I say. Easy to achieve victory when half the troops passed out drunk. No doubt Torin and them were counting on that fact. Spineless pricks. What a fucking Chad. I didn't like Torin. I never did like Torin none. That don't make no sense. Alaric furrows at his brow, and a thought creeping into his mind. I can hardly stomach the notion, but could Vaughn have been involved? Uric waves a dismissive hand. Not a chance. I know he and Torin got on well, but the man's as loyal as they come. I'm just glad he wasn't here for this. We've lost too much already. Regardless of who's involved, there's little we can do about it, at least for now. So what's our plan, boss? You know I'll follow you anywhere, but I promised my sister I'd look after Gedrick. If he's somehow alive, I need to find him, and if he's not, well, us putting those traitors into the ground will have suffice. Alaric places a clamming hand on Uric's shoulder. The boss is right. We've little choice in the matter. I understand you want vengeance, so do I. But we haven't the manpower or the means to seek right now. Doing so would only get us killed. If we're going to do this, we'll need to first restore our numbers. Then I promise we'll hunt those traitors down. You look around at your companions, renewed purpose in each of their eyes, and they all nod in agreement. Right then. Let's salvage what we can here. We'd best travel light. It's a long walk to Andolian. Receive 5 scrap. Difficulty, I don't care. Navigating the overworld, cool. Navigation controls, same thing as last time. All you gotta do is just confirm. So the traveling's really interesting in that if there's like things in the middle here, your party or whatever will just travel to it and do whatever it needs to do. You know? Each city will have its own quests, items, things you can buy, all this really cool stuff. After many long days on the road, you and your companions breathe a collective sigh of relief upon entering the city limits of Andolian. The streets are bustling with traffic, and though it does seem to be business as usual, you can't help but sense the uneasiness among the people. Yorick seems to pick up on it as well, and with narrowed eyes he looks up to the sky. The days are growing longer, that's for sure. No doubt they're all concerned about the scourge. Can't say I blame them. On the bright side, there will be no shortage of work available for us, but for now, we could all do with a few days' rest. Alaric begins to shuffle forward, gesturing ahead with the nod. I believe that the inn is this way. Cool. The morning sun shining into your room. Morning, sir. I mean my toast, so I'm not reading. There's a bunch of stuff. You can read it while I click through. We're discussing our next move. Caldwin? I'm surprised to see you here. I heard about the battle. Heard you were dead, in fact. Yet here you are. Heard it from who? Oh. Motherfucker! Alright. Okay. Yeah, was the boy here? I need to know. No idea where they're going? That's okay. Oh, they separated. You have a job for us? More of an arrangement. I've been looking to expand my business across Calem, but the roads are a dangerous place. As you well know, I'm in the need of a permanent guard, and in return I would offer you a discount on all my wares, potions, elixirs, and the like. I'm sure they'd be of great use to in your line of work. To be clear, I would not interfere with the operation of your company. Of that you can be sure. In fact, I care not where we travel, just so long as there are buyers for me to sell to. So, what do you think? Sounds like a fair proposal. I accept your offer. So what they could have done there is given you a second option. They're probably waiting until like full release or something like that, just to give more options. Because what if you say no to this guy and you just don't accept the discounts and you just let this guy just like chill, you know? And you just like seek out revenge. That'd be a fun way to go about it. There's one problem, however. We simply cannot afford the travel anywhere at the moment. Not to mention we are without carriages and horses. I hear the local vanguard have their hands full at the moment. Cool. Basically, we're just gonna do a bunch of quests and get some stuff going. I will await you at the gates. I was thinking it might be wise to retire the company's name so long as those traitors think us dead. We'll have an easier time rebuilding our numbers when we're ready to strike. He's right, I reckon. Best not to draw an extra attention to our stealth. We can help it. Any ideas for a name, boss? Turkey Client V.1. I didn't realize they were gonna write it in the game. That's funny. When visiting a city, you can get stuff. Even from a distance, you can tell there's a sense of urgency brewing within the Vanguard garrison. As you near, a pair of hard-eyed guards order you to halt, their weapons held up to impede you. Behind them, a man in decorated suit of armor. No doubt an officer. Takes note of your arrival and with a wave of his hand orders the 2 guards to stand down. At ease, soldiers. Let them through. My apologies. Things are rather tense around here, as you can tell. Is there something you need? We heard you can use a hand. An understatement. But you heard correctly. I'm sure you've noticed the days growing darker of late. They say the scourge is coming, but in truth, it has already begun. We've been receiving increasing reports of void spawn in the area. We're scrambling to respond to each and any to help. Any help you can provide is the most welcome and will be rewarded, of course. What do you need us to do? A group of refugees are fleeing from a small village just south of us. I had dispatched a unit to aid them, but with the number of void spawn that was reported, I fear their presence won't be enough. I would ask that you travel south, link up with them, and ensure the refugees arrive here safely. He turns to an aide, snapping his fingers and holding out his hand. The aide rummages through their satchel, producing a new paper which they promptly hand over. The officer briefly glances down at the document before offering them to you. These will point you in the right direction. Good luck. I've no doubt you are suited for the task. You can count on us. And looks like we got our work cut out for us. Let's see. Infirmary. You have an injured character. Yeah, I know. Oh, this looks like much better UI than it used to be. Hell yeah. Nice. We probably want to rest. Oh. This is a recruiting section. So what I want to find... I even have the money to... Oh, yeah. For 1 year. So what you can do when you want to recruit somebody, you have the option of recruiting them for 4 years or 1 year. Now, when those years are up, regardless, sometimes the contract can be renewed for those recruits. Sometimes they'll just do it out of the goodness of their heart, as some of them used to anyway. It's been a while since I played, so I could be wrong here. Oh, right. So all these dudes have skill points. This is all new stuff that they just updated as well. Very, 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 very excited with how everything turned out. And, yeah, so we're just gonna fucking level this guy up a little bit. Oop, no, shift to level it up fully. Oh my god. What do we do? Increases the effectiveness of healing abilities. No, I don't fucking care about that. Base chance to hit using a basic attack. Alright. Then we're just gonna increase critical, we're gonna increase power, increase the ranks, speed. Wildfire. Okay, empowers an ally for 3 turns, making their attacks apply burn. Target 3 cells in any direction, applying fire terrain, which lasts for 5 turns. Damage up to 3 adjacent targets in an arc. So I could have just unlocked everything. Cool. Is that his age or his level? Oh, and then there's all these upgrade points. Oh, shit. Burning targets are stunned for 1 round. Gain damage shield based on value for that. I feel like making him more tanky would be a smart idea, but we can also get like paladins who have shields and shit, you know? That's just for one ability, right? Wasn't this one? It was this one, I think. Empowers all allies. No. Applies grievous wounds for 2 rounds, preventing the target from being healed, shielded, or receiving buffs. Haunt the target for 1 round. That works. Infernal Pillar is really cool, so I really like that. Critical hits stun the target for 1 round. Swap positions of the 2 targets. Nah. Killing blows spawn fire terrain for 5 turns. Potency charge. Oh, potency 2 though. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Okay, whatever. And then I got 5 more points, so we can toss them into, I guess, this one. Mark of it can sell with a fire trap. Increase range. Charge. Energy sap? Living. Like it. You know what? I just realized that maybe it's not the best idea to go about that. Triggers a trap and gains a damage shield for 3 rounds. Interesting. So she ain't got much to level up, so we'll do what we can here. I'll get more potency to it. He's level 20. Let's see. Power. Critical. And just like the others, he only has a certain number of things. If a killing blow is dealt on the first hit, strike an adjacent enemy. Okay. I love me some cleave. Critical. And the rest of these hoes have no motherfucking level ups. Nice. Nice. Cool, so we got that out of the way. How do you leave city?